you agreed with this until I said it. I didn't catch it at first. At first, I thought this was just disagreement. Like, okay, cool. You heard what I said. You just didn't like it, and that's normal. But then I started noticing something. The reactions didn't match the message because people weren't responding to what I said. They were responding to me saying it. Not the message, not the topic, but me. Because the same thing I said that had people in the comments pushing back came from the transcript of the Barbie who's anti but thinks that anti means pro live stream. And in that live stream, y'all agree. Not you per se, but the underrepresented femmes. It was the same words, the same message, same energy, but a different reaction. So now I'm looking at this like, so what changed? Because it wasn't the message. Then it clicked. People don't react to ideas. They react to who delivers the idea. If it comes from someone you like, it's truth. If it comes from someone you don't like, now it's a problem. Same sentence, different person, completely different outcome. So this whole time, this was rejection, not a disagreement. And now everything from the last two videos started to make sense. When I say you don't want representation, you want to be picked. That hit a nerve, but not because it was wrong, but because who it came from. Because if that same idea came from someone you already liked, someone you felt represented by, someone you wanted approval from, it wouldn't have felt like an attack. It would have felt like the truth. And this is where it stops being about gay, mask, femme, or whatever. This is just how people are. If the message doesn't come from someone they relate to, they respect, or they want validation from, they reject it. Because it's coming from the wrong person, not because it's wrong. That's why you can sit somewhere, hear something word for word, and agree with it, and then hear the same thing later, and now it's an issue. Think Obamacare versus the Affordable Care Act. That's emotional filtering. And this is the part some people don't like hearing. Some of y'all aren't actually looking for representation. You're looking to feel desired, chosen, validated by a specific type of person. If that validation doesn't come from them, it doesn't count.
The next big gay TV show or movie will be starring 2 black gay boys. And they won't be DL. There will be no gangs involved. Tyler Perry won't be involved. The actors will be 2 out black gay boys. So there's no wondering if they're gay or not because they're gay. Everybody's gonna watch it.
See what I mean? Even this person thinks that gay means femme. I speak more on that in this video. So when someone outside of that says the same thing, it feels off. It feels wrong. It feels like an attack, even when it's not. Come here, and let's be honest for a second, because this part always gets skipped. A lot of the representation that people say they want, they wouldn't even watch. That boy next door character, quiet, stable, just wants love, not doing too much. That character doesn't carry a show. We say we want that, but we don't tune in for that. Same reason why those couples on reality shows with no drama and a healthy relationship and have good communication skills, they don't make it past 1 season. They don't last because nobody's watching that. So we're asking for representation, but only the kind that's entertaining, desirable, dramatic, or validating, not just real. When I said you want
some dick,
I mean to be picked, and now you only agree when it comes from the right person. It's the same conversation because both come back to the same thing. It's not about the message. It's about how it makes you feel and who it's coming from. You want to be affirmed, you want to be picked, and you want it to come from the right people. Because clearly it's not the message you're reacting to, it's the messenger.
You talking spicy? Yeah.